Hey, this is Craig from Guitar Lava, and today I want to add some flash to your guitar solos. This is lesson 4 of the beginner 5-lesson course. Last lesson, I taught you an extra position on the minor pentatonic. We're focusing on the E minor pentatonic on a 12th fret. If you haven't seen the other lessons, you should go back and watch those. That's what I taught you in the last lesson, plus I gave you a blues note. So now let's add a little bit of flash to it. Some people say, I don't want my solos to be flashy, but really you want them to be interesting, or else you're not even going to want to listen to them yourself, and other people won't want to listen to your stuff. Steve Vai, he says, like, he won't record anything, he won't be satisfied with it unless he really loves it. He's not being selfish, but like he doesn't really care too much what other people think about his solos, because ultimately you're playing guitar to make yourself, to get enjoyment out of it yourself. Like, yeah, he has record deal with himself, he's independent record releaser, but so, you know, yeah, he wants to keep his living going and all that, but ultimately, like, why are you doing it? You're doing it because you enjoy playing guitar, and you just like the feeling you get, and when you can express yourself through it, it's a great feeling. Even if you're playing somebody else's song, when you play it, you can just feel it. It's one way to express your emotion through your guitar. So what we're trying to do is get you to be able to express yourself through your guitar and use different techniques to do that. I mean, you don't want to just go. I mean, you could, but if you could do something like. It's just so much more interesting to listen to personally for yourself if you're playing it back, and to play, and for other people to listen to you. So with that said, let's add one technique right now, and that's the bend. This is a fairly simple technique, but it's used all throughout rock, and if you use it right, it actually can add a lot of expression to your music. So if you're going to bend a note, I'll start on the 15th fret of the B string, and I'm going to put my 3rd finger on there, and then I'll actually put my other fingers behind it to support it, and then you just bend it up. And what you're trying to do is bend it so that it sounds actually like the E, which is the 15th fret, which is part of that minor pentatonic scale. So you bend it up to the E. So now, instead of just playing, here you go. You're going to take it slow, add a little bit of vibrato in there. So you can use 2 fingers behind it to support it. But you don't have to, it's just kind of one way to do it. And then you do the same thing on the 14th fret, on the 3rd string, on the G string. So you can do something that simple. I mean, that's so much better than just playing like plain notes. And then you can start adding it other places. Try bending every string, every note in that scale, but like, don't do it on the 12th fret. We'll keep that as your bass and just go. if you're into Randy Rhoads, he does it. He actually does it up 2 frets, but he does that for flying high again. It's a pattern that's very common in rock, and it's a bend up on the 14th, play 12, 12, then you come back down, 15, pull off. That's a pull off, so you strike it, pull it off, and you hear the 12, and then you bend up on the 14. So it's like a... You hear that, Slash does it too. You hear it a lot of places. Here's the flying high again. It's in context. So bending, just practice bending. It's a great way to express yourself through bending. Technique number 1. Technique number 2 is going to be the pinch harmonic. And I did do a video on this. You can go check it out on the channel. It's whenever you use a little bit of the flesh from your thumb and you strike the note. It makes that screaming sound, and you hear it all the time. It's just a great way to end a phrase, and I do it a lot. Like, so say I'm down here. More like... And depending where you are on the string and what note you're playing, experiment with it. Like, I use that one a lot. It just sounds great. Joe Satriani will do it. What he'll do is he'll strike the note and he'll release a whammy bar with it. I don't know the exact notes he's playing, but that's the technique. I'll have to learn that because it's pretty cool. He does it in Surfing with the Alien. So that's the second thing. So just something simple like that. There, that's also a harmonic. Instead of just hitting a note. I love using artificial harmonics. Just like adds that extra like sting on the end of the note or that note. So, 2 things. And you probably saw another thing I did in here, and that was the slide. Just to slide the notes back and forth. So. Even if you just keep it within this same, I mean, I'm playing everything I just showed you in the last video. I'm not really adding any extra notes. I'm just adding technique and expressing myself using those techniques and this scale, the minor pentatonic scale. I'll do this a lot. It's kind of a Jeff Beck technique where you'll slide down, like you got the minor pentatonic here, and then here's the second position. I'll slide from here down to that part and slide back up to this part. So it's like, something like that. And then you can add that in with all the other stuff. So there are 3 techniques you can use. Bending notes, simple technique, but make sure you cover up the strings with your other hand so it's not, you don't hear all the extra notes, just hear the note you want to play. Harmonic, artificial harmonic, the pinch harmonic, and the slide. I'm Craig from Guitar Lava. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe, give me a thumbs up, and I'll catch you next time.